We've got new love, we've got new stories, and we've got new drama. We are tuned in to Love After Lockup here at AfterBuzz TV.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
And just like that, we are back.
We are back. We are back. They thought they could get rid of us.
We're back. I'm so excited to be back here at AfterBuzz with you lovely ladies. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, AfterBuzzers, for tuning in. This is Love After Lockup, episode 24, season 2, Inmate or Soulmate. We got so much to talk about in this premiere episode. We have some special segments to get into, and I can't wait to introduce these lovely new couples. So, first of all, I am your host, Brianna Cheyenne, hoarse voice and all. I know you guys might not be able to recognize who I am, but this is me, Brianna Cheyenne, and I'm here with the lovely Miss Alexis. She is also on Real Housewives of Potomac.
Yes, I am. Hello, everybody.
Yes, a lover of reality shows.
Oh, yeah.
And we have Miss Kittie here, who is queen reality drama.
I wish. But I do harlots. I guess that's a little bit of like
that's
real
like that
life.
one show you don't do. That's not reality.
Very true. Very true. Hey, everybody.
Yeah, so let's get into dissecting these couples. First, I want your overall thoughts on everybody in this first episode.
This was a lot. Every season on this show is a lot, but I was like, wow, there's so much going on with these couples already, and it's only episode 1. So I really enjoyed getting to know everybody, and I'm just really excited to see where everything is going to go.
I'm tripping out off of how many couples there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 couples. Like, that's a lot. But I guess that makes for an interesting dynamic. You know what I mean? It'll be interesting to see how these compare to those, and last season compares to this one. So yeah, I too am very excited, and they already are setting it up for the best drama of all. I love it.
Yeah, I do see a lot of similarities in these couples compared to Life After Lockup.
Oh yeah?
You guys know that we did Life After Lockup. So let's get into Cheryl and Josh. So I'm gonna give you a quick rundown. I'm sure you guys remember that Cheryl is this. She's actually an intervention assistant. Irony, right?
Right.
And then she falls in love with this guy, Josh, and he's locked up for stealing, bank robbery.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to start off with the fact that I love that she rationalizes the fact that she says he steals from the community and drug dealers. He doesn't steal from people he loves. Is that not? Is like that okay?
Because those are the only people that use that bank are drug dealers and terrible people.
There it is. Okay.
There it is.
Cheryl,
right there.
I'm sorry for questioning you, girl. I had no idea.
Exactly. Are you kidding? That's almost admirable comparatively. I mean, he could like her. I love her sister.
Oh my gosh, she's amazing.
Love her sister. She's like, you're stupid.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't even, she pulls no punches. She says exactly what, and she makes sense. Like, she works in this system. She knows what it is.
Yeah.
And so to be hoodwinked into this situation, not saying that she is, we don't know. We just got started with it, but it doesn't look good. It looks hilarious is what it looks. He is fine, though.
Yes.
Yeah, he is. He's definitely a looker. But Cheryl comes in talking about she has these big dreams and all this stuff in her little country town, and I'm sure that's a common story within a lot of people who grow up in a small town. But I'm really confused as to what dreams she expects to accomplish being with this man out of prison for bank robbery, and she has 3 kids.
I was just thinking that, like, she mentioned that she thinks he's going to be a great stepfather. What gives you that inclination? Has he said or done something? Like, does he have kids? And he's good to them? No, seriously, like, did you just pull this out of your butt? Where'd you get that from?
What killed me is her friend when he was dressed like the clown, and he was like, and he's a bank robber, and he's not even good at it because he got caught. So, like, you think this is going to be some great guy that you're going to be with, but he couldn't even do the crime that he was committing. He didn't even succeed at it. So why do you want this guy in your life?
But and Cheryl's like, she thinks that he's like this mastermind because he came in and he was identified as a big fat blonde lady.
Yeah.
But he got locked up, so I'm confused. Why are you so proud?
Yeah.
It's like
because
her trophy.
She's his cheerleader, girl. She's his personal cheerleader.
She has an obsession with serial killers. What do you guys think about that before I get into it?
Okay, can I just tell you, one of my coworkers has an obsession with serial killers, and she wants to do a podcast with me, and I'm like, girl, it's never gonna happen, like ever, and it's not
like
with me.
Obsessed, like she is interested in knowing about their stories, or she wants to date one, like
right.
No. I don't get the impression that she's attracted to them. She just literally is like compelled to learn more about what goes on in their brain, like how they think, what makes them tick.
Okay,
that doesn't interest me.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that if I could butt in. This is Josh.
Yeah, of course.
I can definitely relate to that because I myself like knowing, like being knowledgeable about what makes these serial killers so tick, because it's just like how their mind works and everything, like what makes them drive to do those type of things.
But doesn't that scare you a little bit that might work into your subconscious and you be thinking like them?
No, because if you have a strong mental and someone else's actions shouldn't cause you to go choke some lady up the street.
I don't know. I just feel like if you put that information in there, like anything else, that negative, energy, you know what I mean? That's why I watch scary movies. I guess they're definitely not the same thing, but I'm just using that as an example. You're into it too?
I like serial killer stories. I love ID. I stay on Discovery Channel, the investigative Discovery. I love stuff like that. So I feel her, but I would never date one.
Yeah. So it's just like an obsession about what like goes on in their brain to make them think like that. Yeah. I think it scares me. I think that's why I'm so turned off by it. Like, it's a genuine fear.
What about you, Lexi?
I mean, to each his own, I guess. I mean, if that's what you're interested in, then who am I to judge?
Right.
But I mean, she still didn't get what she wanted because he's not a serial killer. He's a bank robber. So I was like, why'd you keep bringing up the fact that she's obsessed with serial killers? You're not dating a serial killer. Like, it's not explaining why you're with this guy because it's not even. She
scrolled through and she thinks he was on like the third or fourth list. And he was
I don't get how he got on the page in the first place if he was in there for bank robbery.
Exactly. So
that story doesn't add up.
It doesn't even
add up. Nothing adds up at all with this.
You know what did add up? The $30,000 she's been sending him.
Talk about it.
The $30,000 with those 3 kids.
Them 3 kids.
Each kid could have got $10,000 each.
Yeah, or like her sister said, you could have put a down payment on a house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was sad.
She doesn't care about her family.
She looked her straight in the face and was like, and what? In fact, you know what was interesting? On the subject of giving money and all of that, when we did the show last season, every inmate that was exchanging money, it was always the inmate that was scamming or getting whatever you want to call it from the person on the outside. I thought it was super interesting and straight baller that Andrea, that she was able to do that.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that eventually.
Okay.
But first, I want to get into a special message we might have for our listeners.
Are we doing special messages now?
Yes.
Are you ready for all the special messages?
Yes.
What's up, guys? Of course, we're so happy to have you. We have to say this. We have to understand it and make sure you do as well. We appreciate you. We are so grateful that you've made us the ESPN of TV Talk, AfterBuzz TV. We could not do this without you, obviously. We're here every week, and we're super excited about what you have to say. So please, if you're in iTunes and you're listening to us, please give us a good rating, comment, get into our DM, slide into our DMs. And if you're watching us, please give us 5 stars. 5 fingers, 5 thumbs up. However it goes, hook us up, because that's why we're here. We want to engage. We want to have conversations, and we sincerely appreciate you. So thanks.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in every week. So we're gonna start off with Lacey's first bachelor. She has like a reverse Michael thing going on here.
Yeah.
So Lacey and John have a history. They were, I guess, dating in high school, and then he got locked up, and then she continued the relationship. What do you guys think about her wanting to continue the relationship after he got locked up?
At least this is a case where she knew him before he was locked up, because we see a lot on this show. They sometimes have even met each other. They just find each other on the internet. So I feel like it's not cool, but like, it's interesting to see a couple where they actually knew each other before he was locked up. But she just seems like a terrible person. When I was watching, I was like, okay, either one, she just really likes bad guys, or she's bad luck. Because how's every guy that you've been dating end up getting locked up?
She likes that.
That's what I was about to say. That's what she said.
Like, part of me feels like she a snitch. like all of a sudden when they start dating her,
oh my God,
everybody is able to get found out and ends up getting locked up.
That is too funny. I never would have thought of that.
That's an amazing observation.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I don't know. So it was interesting seeing.
She's like, ooh, he stole money on my purse. Get him locked up.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Like all of a sudden, everybody is able to get all the answers once they end up with you. So
right. I don't know about you, Miss Lady.
Yeah,
Miss Lacey, snitching girl. But Lacey's another one that has 3 kids, and she's a cam model.
She's a kid, and she supports herself and her kids with it.
You know what's so funny? My mom watches the show, and she texted me, and she said, yeah, this girl, she says she's a model, but she doesn't have like the physique of a model. I don't get it. She's thinking she's like an editorial model.
Right.
I watched the episode, I'm like, Mommy, cam modeling and that is so different, girl.
Right, it's a whole different thing happening.
Is cam model like Instagram model?
No, ma'am. It's
That's
adult
like,
entertainment.
I will take my clothes off for you.
Oh, okay, makes
For
sense.
anybody listening that didn't know what cam models are,
That is what they
that's
do.
what they do.
Yeah.
Got it.
But they do it from the privacy of their home, or like
Yeah.
she said, wherever they want, so they feel safe. Obviously, nobody can get to them. It's only visual, so
Yeah.
I guess that justifies it, and makes it okay for her.
It's convenient, and she makes a pretty coin from it.
Yeah.
So, and her men clearly don't
have a
mind
problem
it.
with it. Yeah, that's interesting, right?
So then we have Shane. And Shane is just a rebound guy from when her and John got into an argument.
Yeah.
But she ain't let Shane go, and she's driving 17 hours to make sure that Shane
And
gets
that
out
is
in her car.
crazy.
That's bananas. And she's starting off all right. Well, they always start with lies, right? Haven't we seen that that's the case? They lie to their family, or if they do tell them, it's like a half-truth, like trying to slide it in there. They don't want to, like, rock the boat too quickly. 7 hours, she told her family that she's going on a modeling gig.
Yeah.
So it stands to reason that she's not too
Can
proud
we
of this.
just give a big kudos to all these parents
Right?
who do have to just come and watch these kids when their
Yeah.
children are out making
Yes.
ex-con boyfriends and girlfriends? I mean, I think every single one this episode, the grandparents had to come and babysit the kids. And
Yeah.
it's like, is nobody concerned about their children?
Not at all.
I mean, we talked about this all last season, right? Every time we talked about Andrea and Lamont, it's like, wait a minute, where the kids?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's good that they at least get their grandparents.
Yeah.
Because Andrea
Yeah, but
was
it's
gonna
almost
just
under
leave them.
duress. I mean, that's not healthy.
Well, one
child.
thing, what's her name? Lacey's dad, ironically, his name is John as well. He hit it right on the head. He said, you need to grow up. You're
Right.
immature. And she took it to heart because she's like, all I do is think about my kids. What do you mean I need to grow up? But it's a fact. Like, he's paroling to your house. You don't know this, like,
At all.
and this is John. I'm sorry, we're saying him, and there's 2 hymns. We're talking about John now.
Yeah.
Even though she knows John, a crime is a crime is a crime.
Amen.
And you have responsibilities and priorities to take care of. So you're not only letting John parole to your house, you're playing a dangerous game because you don't know Shane, and you're driving 7 hours to go pick him up, and nobody knows where you're going.
Right.
So if these cameras weren't around,
What? Right.
God
like,
forbid.
God forbid, right? You
Yeah.
drive off the side of the road, and that's just it for you because they think that you're
Nobody
off at some
knows.
gig.
Yeah.
They have no idea. That's not safe, obviously. And I mean, just starting with lie. Anytime there's deceit at the top, like, come on, girl. Come on. You got to at least trust your parents. There has to be somebody that you put your confidence in if you're going to go this route.
Yeah.
Because it's not a safe route to take. So you need to have, like, a lifeline. Be tethered to someone that you know has a stronger wherewithal or, like, a straighter mindset, you know?
It's too much.
it is too much. I just feel really bad for John, too, because he seems like he really loves Lacey.
Yeah. Sad.
So we got another Andrea, and she's a wackadoo, too. And then we have a Lamondre.
Yeah, it's Andrea Lamar, Andrea Lamondre.
I'm like, these producers are trying to fit some type of stereotype or something with this casting.
connect the dots.
That's all I'm saying. But Andrea is a businesswoman
She is that.
with children, too. She
Yeah.
has 3 kids, too.
She does have 3 kids.
What the
I'm kind
heck
of
is
proud of
going
her
on?
that she's been able to make her not little. So see how we do? I always minimize. Sunglasses Empire, right? By like her
Yeah.
own blood, sweat, and tears. That's pretty dope.
That's very admirable.
So big up to her.
Alexis.
I mean, good for her.
But
I mean, we just don't know how good the eyeglass line
That's
is
what
going.
I'm
like
saying.
anybody
She's
can
taking
say
care of her
that she's having an
family with it.
eyeglass line, but then at
Right.
the same time, she said that Lamondre was paying for things and taking care of her, so obviously she don't need the eyeglass line because she got Mr. Kingpin, who's still in prison but still is able to give you lots of money.
And that's pretty crazy. That's what I was mentioning earlier, how crazy that is. In every scenario other than this one, it's been the other way around in terms of who supported who. So for him to be locked up and still being able to get that Skrilla and make sure that she gets it in order to take care of her, that's huge.
Yeah.
Well, Andrea is another one that's talking about she has this big lavish life that she wants to live.
Right.
And then she claims that she knows when he gets out he's going to change. But the fact that he knows that she's a high maintenance person, and I'm saying this from experience, the fact that your man knows that you're a high maintenance person, he's going to do what it takes to keep you.
Yeah.
So no McDonald's money, no investment money is going to take care of your Gucci and your Louis and all that stuff, and your bills. So I feel like she knows darn well that he's not leaving that lifestyle anytime soon, and I feel like she's putting on for the cameras.
Oh yeah, I think she's aware, but you know, a part of me too thinks that she's like hoping upon hope. You know what I mean? She's saying what she wants to happen. She thinks that she's speaking that into existence. Because remember, she got defensive when Mommy first found out and came to her and was just like, "How dare you not tell me about this or whatever? You think he's gonna change?" And she was like, "He's already changed." So in her mind, he's already on his road to recovery. But what is he supposed to do for a living to keep you in the lap of luxury after having spent all his time in jail and having no skills other than hustling?
Yeah.
Where they do that at?
Yeah.
Like, you're a trapper. So what you about to come home and get into?
The same thing. Scarface.
Exactly. What you thought. And this is going to be your stepfather to your 3 children?
Yeah.
I don't know about that, Mama. And your 6 Sixers is not about to go for this. You think they mad now? Baby.
But I didn't like how her sister called her mom and didn't really give her the opportunity to have that conversation with her mother.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I didn't like about that situation.
Explain why you didn't like that.
Well, I mean, her plan was to tell her sisters, and then after telling her sisters, tell her mom. Like, I didn't feel like it was her sister's place to tell her mom for her. She should have given her the opportunity to do it herself. Or if she wanted her mom to come that day, just be like, "Hey, Mom, we really need you to come. Such and such has something to tell you." But she told her the whole story before she gave Andrea the opportunity to tell her herself. But it's funny how you can be grown as heck and still be scared of your mama.
I don't care how old you get.
I don't want to have this conversation. Like a little kid. It's like you are a grown woman, you got 3 kids, and it's the black mama will scare you for your entire life.
No question.
And it's the fact that this is the position she put herself in.
Amen.
She chose to be in this relationship with this man.
Yeah.
So you can't run and hide away from mama when she comes and asks you questions.
Yeah, her whole thing is, I want timing. You know what I mean? I want to be able to tell her on my time when I mustered up, and I get that. Her sister probably should have respected that. But with 6 sisters, you already know somebody gonna go ham.
Yeah.
Nobody's following that, especially with the bombshell you just dropped on them. It makes sense that they would just kind of step out there. I wasn't happy about that situation either. I thought that was kind of corny.
Yeah.
Like, come on, let her rock.
Yeah, that's your sister, and she wanted to come to you first, and you brought your mama into this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the same time, maybe she didn't need her mama because obviously she's scared of her mama, and she need to be scared out of dating someone like that, I guess.
Yeah. It's just crazy because Andrea even said that all of her sisters and herself growing up all gave their mom hell. So it's just, when do you stop? Like, when does the madness stop? I'm so curious.
How much is too much?
How much is too much?
Yeah.
Because you only got one mom and you can't be stressing her out over stuff like this.
Okay, because this is a big one.
It's huge.
Yeah, and so not to mention what all your other sisters have going on. Why would you? Well, these are all choices that clearly she's made. I mean, I just believe that this whole scenario is very selfish. I think people that get with inmates believe that they are somehow saving this person or helping them to rehabilitate and become decent members of society. But in my opinion, it's all very selfish. You have such low self-esteem, or you're not working with all your cylinders intact, that you're bringing somebody in to kind of save you. You know what I mean? And substantiate, look what I did. Look, I did this. I came home. I became a better person, thereby making you a better person because you did this for me. You know what I mean? It's like a whole emotional, it just sounds like it's a lot of layers. Like, nobody just does this. This is not normal, quote unquote, behavior, right? So if you're attracted to somebody that you know you can't see, you can't touch, you can't communicate, and that they did something that's against the law, what does that say about you? There have to be some stuff missing.
That you don't care.
Or that you just really got some stuff missing within your own self, and you feel like this person is going to somehow provide that. Which is just as silly as us out here thinking some man is going to provide, you know what I mean? Like, he completes me.
I like how Andrea tried to make it seem like his cousin just found my address and just gave it to him.
Right.
No, girl.
You don't think that's what happened?
First of all, clearly, Lamondre is known in the community.
Right. They was like,
because she didn't even have to tell her sisters the story of him when she introduced the whole conversation. So everybody knows Lamondre. So I'm sure, especially as how much she keeps on talking about, I love the bad boys. I love to turn the bad guy into a good guy. First of all, ain't no man changing into no good guy if he doesn't want to. You ain't never lied.
Yeah.
Especially if he's young and he's living this lavish lifestyle.
Exactly.
He knows he's not going to get on a 9-to-5 type of job. He's not going to change.
It's not happening.
So I feel like the cousin did put a word in and say, you know, Lamondre is asking about you, da-da-da. And I feel like she said, oh, yeah, you know, hook me up. I think she did it. And she was excited.
You think so?
She's making it seem like it was kind of a casual thing. Like, yeah, I give him my address. Oh, it's okay. Who gives a stranger their address to write letters to the place where their children live?
Somebody who's scared of Lamondre, who's a kingpin in Scarface of Daytona.
Do you like how she kept going on about how smart and handsome he was, and then the first picture they show was
him looking cray-cray. I peeped. The producers are shady.
Trifling teeth. All
the producers are shady.
They are so shady.
Amazing. I'm kind of sick of talking about them because they're really like.
I just can't wait to see where it goes because she keeps presenting herself as like this articulate. I'm a good girl. I'm gonna save him, and I have a feeling he's about to get on her last and turn her all the way out.
I feel like it's gonna be draining.
Oh yeah. No question.
Yeah.
So Angela and Tony are the age gap couple we have in the group, and Tony is a proud cougar hunter. He loves his old. Angela is the female Scott.
Yes!
Can we all agree on that?
Yeah.
She is, yo. She
in every way.
Like in every way. Physically.
Yeah.
With the money situation.
Yeah. I remember when she got on the show last season. Yeah. Because they were from last season and they've been just going through the motions like this. And I was like, she's just like Scott, sending money to someone when she's never really been with outside in the real world. And honestly, probably just giving something to somebody who really doesn't even want to be with them, but is only in prison and needs to get things paid for and needs that affection. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same situation when he gets out as Lizzie, where he's like, I don't want to be intimate with you, or I don't want to do this with you, because he doesn't really want to be with her. He just needed that money.
I think he's gonna ghost.
And her attention, of course.
I think he just needs somebody to pick him up from the prison, have a house to sleep, like the first couple nights, and he's gonna ghost her.
Yeah, that's the impression I get too. I think she's hoping that it's going to about to go down. She done already spoke on it, like she's trying to get some. He's not serving that lady no D.
Yeah, even like I said in last season and now, I feel like she just wants to have sex with him.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Like she just been paying for all this for him because she's ready for him to get out. Yeah, so she can finally get some. And that's nasty.
That's sad, is what it is. There's nobody out here that can slip you some D. Are you serious?
We should hook her and Scott up.
Yeah, I was literally just about to say that.
They're both for each other. They're both desperate as hell.
Yeah. Right.
They both seem like they're on the same.
I think she probably dips into what Scott dips into. Because how else did the picture that they had of her initially in the whip?
You think she does drugs?
I think her face looks druggy.
I think she just lived a hard life.
You think so?
She's just old.
She ain't that old.
I think we have to check back. I think she's
we need to look into that.
I want to say 53.
That is not that old for her to be looking downtrodden like that.
So we're introduced to her friend Brenda, and her friend is kind of giving her warnings,
right?
In a way, but at the same time pushing for it. So for someone who's clearly easily to manipulate, like Angela, I'm sure it's kind of tough because you can't listen to somebody telling you to be careful, and then they're like, go for it.
Right.
Which one? Which one do I do?
Yeah.
So what did you guys think about the relationship between Angela and Brenda, especially Brenda being an ex-con?
I think Brenda is probably just a horny old lady like Angela, and she's like, I want my friend to get some because I'm not getting none.
And live vicariously.
Yes.
I love
so
Brenda.
Nasty to think about.
Because they're besties, so she's going to say whatever she thinks is in the best interest of her friend. If her friend says she wants something, she laughs it up and is like, girl, get it. If her friend is just like, I love him, she's like, word, you love him? Go on, girl. You like it, I love it. You know what I mean? I think she's just being a friend and basically placating her so that they don't have to get it too deep into it. She doesn't seem the type to get deep. No shade. I'm just saying. Seems pretty surface. Just saying.
Well, we'll see where this 13-year age difference relationship goes.
Okay.
One couple I am very excited to see because they remind me of our favorite couple from Life After Lockup is Vincent and Amber.
Oh, yeah.
I get Marcelino and Brittany vibes from her. Do you guys also?
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
Military background. I feel like the only difference is that Amber's mom is in prison too.
Yeah.
You know what did surprise me, though, I have to say? And he spoke on it. The chemistry, questionable. He clearly is head over. Like, he was about to run to her. She got off the bus and was just like, hey, what's good?
Because she was awkward.
But she kept saying it too. It's just like, oh, awkward. Why is it awkward? He kissed you. He gave you a hug. Nobody did the weird.
I get it though.
I do.
Why
I get how it can be
excited?
Well, one, they've never met in person before.
Right.
And not only is this her meeting a whole new person, but this is her being out in the world for the first time in 4 years.
Okay.
Like that, I feel like that's just a lot of change all at once. So I'm not surprised that she was kind of. It felt like she was overwhelmed, like,
especially with the cameras there.
Yeah, exactly. You got cameras in your face. You got a whole new guy that you've never met before, who's trying to be lovey-dovey with you. You're out in the world for the first time in 4 years. That's a lot.
It is a lot.
I wouldn't really know how to act either. But I think they just need to get comfortable with each other, and then they can get that closest like they feel when she was locked up.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like her reservations gives it more of a realistic look.
Yeah.
Because we're so used to seeing people come out and, okay, let's get married.
Right.
Clint and Tracy, like, married, like, immediately, and it's a train wreck. So I like that she is observing. She's saying, you know, this is all new to me, and she has to digest everything.
Right.
Yeah.
So that shows a sense of maturity to her in my eyes.
That's true.
Does her mom being in jail worry you guys when it comes on to the relationship she has with Vincent?
I would need some more backstory. Like, I want to know why her mother's there, how long has she been here. Oh, that's right.
Well,
they
got arrested together. Yeah,
that's right.
So that was kind of my viewpoint on it. It's like, it's not like she grew up in this type of environment.
Yes.
Like, her mom has just been locked up in a way. I mean, unless she has, they didn't mention that. But I mean, they kind of got locked up together. I think that kind of changes the situation. But I do wonder though why she's getting out and her mom isn't getting out right now.
That is interesting. Maybe the producers had something to do with that. I mean, not implying that they could. I don't know. I'm just saying sometimes they get swayed by
because they could have had different charges.
Yeah, true enough.
Yeah.
We'll find out soon enough.
Well, it's kind of funny because Vincent is really close to his mom.
Extremely, to the point where she wanted to go. I thought that was weird.
I mean, I don't think it's weird because if my son told me that he's gonna go pick up this woman he wants to marry, I'm just gonna say I want to go too. However, I'm glad that he didn't bring her because I think that would have added more stress on Amber.
Right.
Yeah.
With everything that was already going on.
Who clearly is a little uncomfortable with the whole situation as it stands now. Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing more about the mom to see what that whole backstory is about and how they're going to get down. Because, I think that could be, I mean, if they're thick as thieves, they are being the mom and the daughter, then if they're not being sincere with this guy, they could really run amok and like have this poor man in the poorhouse before they know it.
Yeah. But another thing that reminded them of Marcelino and Brittany to me was the fact that they had Piggy, which is like her jail wife.
Puppy. Yeah.
Piggy. Puppy.
It was an animal.
So close
something
enough.
like it was a baby animal.
So it's like if she already feels awkward with him and they're like there's no chemistry, she already has somebody waiting for her, and even if they do end up hitting it off more, there's still that other person, kind of like with Marcelino and Brittany, that he has to compete with.
That is
for
them
love.
all the way
That's
around.
it's their situation. Like
hilarious.
Literally, I just think it's so. I don't know if it's cute how naive Vincent is.
I was about to say,
or how sad it is.
It's sad. It's sad. It is sad because he's hook, line, and singer.
Talking about, she said, "This is my prison. This is my wife,
and I'm okay with that."
That's a prison wife, bruh.
And you're fine.
And being released does not break that communion.
Yeah, especially when her family is paying for you to live somewhere. They're gonna be taking care of you.
And the mom of the wife is allowing you to stay with her. Yeah. That says so much. That speaks volumes.
It says a lot.
Yeah.
And all you seem to be focused on is that she's going to be okay when she gets out and has a place to stay.
Yeah.
It never occurred to you that this woman just called another woman a wife?
Vincent is in for a rude awakening when it comes down to that.
Yeah.
But I I hope he takes it as well as Marcelino did, and he doesn't go crazy. Especially, but I like that Amber appreciates the fact that he was in the military.
Yeah.
So I feel like it shows that she wants to change, and she just needs the right environment to do that. What do you guys think?
That's what she said. So, I mean, we'll see how that plays out. Obviously,
Do you think she's going to stick to it?
I think this is an ambitious role, and if you've literally, it sounds like she's been groomed to be kind of a hustler, or I shouldn't say hustler, a criminal for all this time. Yeah, well, hustling to be a criminal, and if that's your lifestyle and that's all you know, to think that something as radical as somebody that literally lives their life very regimented is going to change overnight, I think it's super unrealistic.
Yeah.
But I do like, as you said, that she aspires to that. I don't think it's going to happen, especially not in the short time that she's expecting it to. Nothing. I mean, habits have to be at least 90 days. You know what I mean? I don't see her just come home and be like, I'm about to wake up every morning at 6, run 2 miles. Come on, girl. Yeah. That's not happening.
Yeah, I honestly, just seeing their interaction in this first episode, I don't think it's gonna last long.
Really?
Especially knowing that she already has like a jail wife waiting for her. That's just gonna add even more complication. And if they can't even feel comfortable around each other, why stay? So,
but it's only the first day, though.
True, but I don't know. I feel like this is the first time in this show history that I've seen where it's been like that. I feel like usually when everybody comes home, it's always like they're picking up where they left off. But I guess this is because this is the first case where they had never met in person before. Yeah. So maybe it'll get better, but part of me feels like it won't.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We'll see. I hope they stick it out. Let's get into a special segment. Well, first, sorry, do we have people in the live chat?
Yeah,
chatting it up.
We have lots of people in the live chat. People who felt like the interaction with Vincent and Amber was super duper awkward. They agreed with us that they were a good comparison between Scott and Angela.
That's sad.
It is, but the truth shall prevail.
Somebody said, I loved how the clown said failed bank robber. Yeah, I agree. And everybody's just been agreeing with us.
And his clown
makeup and all that. Right?
Exactly. He's like, you're getting laughed at by a clown.
Right.
So, yeah.
So let's do some laughing in this special segment we got.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the special segment today is 3 criminals that we have the pictures here of. And you guys, as we did last season, I think it's super fun to guess who they are and what they're about. So I will move this over so you won't get comfortable.
It's crazy. These are like really nice pictures. Like usually we're dealing with like mug shots. Right. So I feel like it's going to be harder because they don't look like criminals.
There you go. So Jeff Henderson did 10 years for dealing and manufacturing cocaine, and he now is a chef in Caesar's Palace. He makes his living making food. He learned about it while he was there. He stuck with it, and he's a success story. These 3 men are success stories, so it's a beautiful thing. As you said, laugh, be happy, right? Eugene Brown was arrested for robbery. And he just had a movie. Well, actually, it's going to be a movie. It's coming to fruition now, and Cuba Gooding Jr. is set to star in the movie, and he's now a chess pro.
So was this a different person from the chef?
Eugene Brown is the guy arrested for robbery that's now a chef pro and has a chess club. Yeah. I'm sorry. Jeff Henderson is the Caesar's Palace chef, and Mark Chopper Reed used to rob drug dealers, but he did multiple stints for abduction of a judge, attempted abduction, and armed robbery.
I feel like I know exactly who's who.
Just real quick, he was also in a movie based on his life in the year 2000. The reason that he's the come-up story and that his success came about is because he wrote several best-selling crime novels while in jail. So they all have redemptive stories. They're all doing amazingly well now.
Okay.
So the chef is the bottom gentleman with the checkered hat.
There we go. It's kind of self-evident.
Cuba Gooding Jr. is obviously the black and white photo of that man up there. And then the guy who had the balls to try to kidnap a judge is the gentleman in the blue shirt.
Okay, she named the exact same ones that I was going to name.
Is that right? Well, then you got them right. Woo! Every time we did this last season, I would get mine wrong. So I feel some type of way that you guys both got them right.
The last one we did, I got them all wrong.
Did you?
It just depends on the day.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. But yeah, that's what they did. And I thought it was so dope that they have those kind of redemptive stories. Yeah. And that they made a life of them. Especially after, like you said, trying to kidnap a judge. Are you kidding me right now? Not only did you make it home, but you lived to tell about it. That's dope.
Yeah.
So as usually, we always have a top 3 to talk about during our first episode of a season. So we decided to do top 3 prison-based shows. So Kittie, I want you to start us off with starting with like the ranking.
It was called
3.
Prison Break. I believe it was on ABC. I don't want to misquote. It was a network show. That much I do remember. And it was a couple of years ago, but it was a whole big brouhaha because it was super intriguing. Like the fact that they were in jail didn't seem to stop the story of them being able to like get in and out. And it was this whole like who done it, and everybody was hanging on every week to see what happened. Plus, both of the protagonists was fine. So all the women were just like, I'm checking. If for nothing else, I hope he take his shirt off. So yeah, that was a really good drama. I remember they did, there was a whole lot of buzz about it. And it was really like, and I like the fact that it was scripted. So it created a sense of, elements of danger that might not necessarily happen in real life.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lexi, what's yours?
Mine is by far Beyond Scared Straight. The funniest show of life. It's nothing like seeing little bad kids just get their life right and just scared. And so many memes and GIFs and videos have come from Beyond Scared Straight. My favorite is, "You're not that cute. You look dusty." Like, just so many great moments from Beyond Scared Straight.
I was waiting for you at the door.
Yeah, so many options. Yeah, that one's my favorite.
Yeah. Nice. And then the top one is Orange is the New Black.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously. I'm going to start off with the fact that it's all women.
Yeah.
And I loved seeing all women.
Yeah.
Striving. It was amazing. The acting and the writing is just phenomenal. Unfortunately, we're saying goodbye to the series this season. They already aired it on Netflix, but you guys can watch the after show for Orange is the New Black that yours truly is a panelist on. So make sure you search for that on AfterBuzz on YouTube and iTunes and all that other stuff.
Yes.
So that's our top 3.
Nice. That is definitely one of my favorite shows. It's come a long way.
Yes.
And you know what I really love about that show more than anything? The people that you probably did not expect to be breakout stars, because the star obviously was Piper. It was about her, so we expected her to be like that. I rarely see Piper on a red carpet, at an event, at a press junket. It's all about the other ladies, and they're all women of color, so that makes me happy too.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So that's how you guys can get your prison-based show fix.
Yeah.
Let's get into some news and gossip.
Yes.
AfterBuzz TV.
Take it away, Alexis.
All right, guys. So although we have moved back to love after lockup, we can't forget about our life after lockup couples. And as we know, our beloved Brittany was fighting for custody of her son Giovanni. They ended the last season with, it ended up being 60-40, I believe. But she now has 100% custody of Giovanni. It's definitely a clapping moment because we wanted him to be with her, but it's kind of sad because she ended up getting full custody because Tito is back on drugs. They had in their agreement that they had to take drug tests. Brittany was able to pass hers, but Tito was not. It came out that he had traces of THC, amphetamine, and methamphetamine in his bloodstream, and because of that, he lost all custody of Giovanni.
Did he not think that would be part of the trial?
That was part of the
custody
agreement.
Of your child?
He knew that going in.
Yeah, he knew that, but I guess when you're an addict, it doesn't really matter to you. And I mean, according to Marcelino, he wasn't taking care of Giovanni anyway. So, but that's the situation now.
Wow. So I guess I guess maybe Tito will be doing time, maybe for
I don't know.
drugs.
Oh, I don't know if he got arrested as a result of the test, but it is sad to see that happened and that he is not taking this job of his of being a parent seriously.
Yeah.
Well, as long as Giovanni is in a happy, healthy home, that's all that matters.
Exactly. He's such a
Tito's a grown man, so he did make the decisions he chose to make.
And his stepdad is pretty damn devoted, which I think is awesome.
Yeah.
So, back to love after lockup. I need to get some predictions from you ladies.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
This season looks spicy.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, every now and again with these seasons, I feel like there are some couples that stand out and it's like, oh, maybe they're actually going to make it. I don't think that about any couple so far. I don't think any of them are going to last. It's all bad. But
so funny. I thought you were going to name a couple.
She's like, no, they're all going down the tubes.
They all are bad. I can't see one really lasting here. I just predict it being a really hot mess.
Wow. Tell us how you feel.
Yeah.
That makes for good TV, baby.
Right. Oh, it's going to be some good TV, but
Definitely.
I don't know about these couples. And
longevity.
I just take care of your kids. Stop dropping your kids off at their grandparents'
Yes,
house.
They raised you. They did it. Their job is done. Oh my God.
That's terrible.
Kitty, what do you think is going to happen?
I have to agree. I really don't think that any of them are going to make it for the long haul, not even for a little while. At least with the other Life After Lockup with Andrea and Lamont, we saw that they genuinely had a connection and wanted to be together. Specifically, though, I really cannot wait to see what happens with Lacey and John and Shane. That is looking so spicy. I totally see John and Shane fisticuffing.
Yeah.
They're coming to blows at some point.
Definitely.
I don't know what she thought she was going to do. And she's built like a little, ballooned Barbie. So clearly, she, you know what I'm saying?
Not a balloon.
Well, we're going to see Lacey smacking somebody upside the head.
Yeah.
Right. It's getting ugly.
I'm going to go ahead and give my prediction. I would love to see... Yeah. No, I don't think anybody's going to make it. I'm sorry. I don't think anybody's going to... Yeah, womp womp. I think somebody's going to get locked up. That's my prediction. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching.
Yeah.
We're so excited to be back, like I said in the beginning. Again, I am Brianna Cheyenne. You can follow me at IamB_Cheyenne, CHIANNE. And where can they find you guys?
You guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at I am Lexi Fierce, IamLEXIFIERCE.
Yeah, my name is Kittie Kaboom. Find me on Instagram at KITTIEKABOOM.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye.
See you next week.
Next week. Bye, guys.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.